falls apart.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Aces Field here in Hicksville, Ohio. As we're getting ready for high school football action, it is week number 5. Yeah, believe it or not, we're halfway through the football season for 2022. And we're back here in the friendly confines of the home field as the Aces throw out the welcome mat for the Raiders of Wayne Trace here tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Chris Warner with me operating the camera tonight. We are working with a new system this evening. We're trying out the new OBS software using one of our JVC 4K cameras. So we'll see how this is going to go. So we are going to be bringing you the game here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel, and we're also conducting a bit of a long-form experiment here tonight. Aces take the field, and we're going to get ready for some football action this evening. Hicksville comes into the game having a tough year so far. They are 0-4 coming into the action here tonight. Looking to get one in the win column finally and come away with a victory over the Raiders here tonight. Got a lot of people to thank as we get ready for our broadcast this evening, including all of our underwriters making our coverage possible here this evening. Want to say a big thank you to our platinum level underwriting supporter. That is ARC Solutions Incorporated in Hicksville, Ohio. Located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. Find out about the many great solutions they have for business and industry. They are quite a place, and the things that they do are awesome and incredible. Find out more by checking them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. ArcSolInc.com. And we also want to say a big thank you to all of our diamond level underwriters, underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage. I should mention our platinum level underwriter underwrites all of our station's operations, the entire shebang, the whole enchilada. And for all of our sports coverage, our diamond level supporters, they include APT Manufacturing Solutions in Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park and online at aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville. A full-service pharmacy for you and your family. Medical equipment and supplies, over-the-counter medications, and more. Give them a call, 419-542-6218. Your good neighbor pharmacy located in downtown Hicksville. And, of course, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. It's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right here in Hicksville, Ohio. Aces will be kicking off to the Raiders to start the game. And we will get ready to get things underway. Oscar Camacho going back and forth, coming out onto the field. Camacho, the kicker. And hopefully this is going to be a good night. We're going to see a lot of Camacho, a lot of kickoffs this evening. Bill Murphy calling the play-by-play action. Chris Warner. Chris has got he's doing a lot tonight. He's running the camera. He's overseeing this new software on a laptop, monitoring our Wi-Fi hotspot, and maybe even
monitoring the social medias as well.
Making even a few comments too. So Camacho getting ready. Here we go. Let's get this game started. Camacho gets a good leg into it. What a nice kick. Dropped back at about the 15-yard line. But a good return from Wayne Trace across midfield. Number 13 motoring. He cuts back inside. He could take it to the house here. A flag thrown, and he's into the end zone, but there are multiple flags on the play. Number 13 is Tucker Antoine.
Three flags on the field.
Antoine took it to the house, but it may be coming back because there is an assortment of laundry on the field. There's a flag at the 28-yard line, a flag at the 20-yard line, and another flag at the 15. So we'll wait for the officiating crew to get this all straightened out here tonight and let you know just what is happening as to whether that's 6 points. They haven't put it on the scoreboard, so that's an indication that perhaps this play will be coming back at some point, and they are indicating that it is against the Raiders. It will be first down.
So it looked like there was
and we're waiting for the positioning of the football.
There was a call against the Aces, too.
And so they're going to back it up to the 33-yard line, which based on the flags would mean that the penalty accepted must have been a 10-yarder. Or maybe a 15, depending if it was one of the spots of the flag. If it was a spot foul from the site of the infraction that occurred within the 20-yard line. Either way, it's going to be first and 10 for the Raiders at the Aces 33-yard line after Antoine has a great run back. The Aces probably grateful for the penalties to prevent the early 6 points. Ball in the air, caught. That's number 11 making the grab. Race Price still on his feet. Price is going to be hustled out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. Their quarterback is number 12. That is Cole Moorhead. And that'll be enough for a Raiders first down as they'll put the ball down at the 19-yard line. First and 10, Wayne Trace. Man in motion. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper straight ahead down to about the 15-yard line. So 2nd and 6 now from the 15-yard line as the Raiders have got themselves in great position in the red zone here early on in quarter number 1. Under 11 minutes to go. Morehouse gets the snap, hangs on to it himself, and again, it's another quarterback keeper. That inside the 10. Cole Moorhead.
Losing his helmet there.
I think I said Morehouse. I apologize. Cole Moorhead will bang it in a little closer, and that'll be first and 10 for the Raiders from the Aces 7-yard line.
Well, Bill, at least the football field is painted again. I just realized that from our junior high Tenora game.
That is true. We were here earlier in the week for a junior high game against Tenora, and they only had the lines like roughly sketched out. So it was a little bit of a challenge. Quick handoff, number 2 carries it inside the 5. That's Jared Pierce with the carry. Pierce will take it inside the 5 to about the 4, maybe even the 3-yard line. I think it's going to be the 4. Where it'll be 2nd and goal.
Another player picking up his shoe for him, handing it back to him.
We've seen that a few times where players get hit hard enough, knocked right out of their shoes.
The privilege of this as well is I'm able to see things that you might necessarily not be able to see, such as shoes flying off, helmets flying off, players' numbers.
Well, if you are watching us tonight, again, we are trying a new system tonight. We're using a new type of software called OBS. And it's a quarterback keeper powering down in, and touchdown Wayne Trace with 9:40 to go. Doesn't take the Raiders long. They march it right down the field. Again, after a terrific run back by Antoine to start the game. Raiders are up 6-0 pending the conversion. So, yes, you can contact our Chris Warner. He's our social media director. You can find his email.
It's Chris Warner, HIX-TV at gmail.com.
So
That's
anyway,
Chris Warner, H-I-X.
If you watch throughout the game, I mean, it's just a really early first impression right now. But if you are watching us through the game, if you do have any comments, if you do notice any noticeable difference between tonight's broadcast and the ones that we've done in the past using our other method with the iPad Pro cameras and so forth, drop Chris a line and let him know. Because, again, we're kind of evaluating this and seeing whether it's something we want to pursue using. We're not only going to be judging it based on the ease of use, but also, we don't want to use anything that, even though it's really easy for us to use, it doesn't look as good. So, again, gets to be in the second half or whatever. If you've been watching us, if you notice any difference, or if you like it better, if you like the old way better, whatever, let us know. Help us to evaluate what we might or might not do here in the next few weeks. I could let the cat out of the bag about some other stuff, but we're not going to do that yet, though. Let's just say that we're looking at this, and we might be looking at some other stuff, too.
But you'll have to wait to find out.
That's right. Coach Lucas Smith, as they get ready to get the ball back. Again, the conversion attempt is successful. They kick it through the uprights and make it 7-0. And we are ready to kick the ball off. The Aces are going to go on offense for the first time tonight. Coming back on the field. I was a little bit worried. Number 12, Aaron Klima, who is he's done some quarterbacking as a wide receiver. He was not there to start, but he just came back out onto the field carrying his helmet. So hopefully Aaron will be ready to go if needed.
And thank you to those who have already left some comments. Actually, as soon as you mentioned leaving comments about feedback, we got a lot of people saying it's a lot clearer.
Okay, well.
So thank you for the feedback. We appreciate it.
That's true. We could be one of those. We could be one of those type of broadcasters and be like, "Oh yeah, everybody liked it, so it's not so good, so we're not going to do it." No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We are
Don't email us. That was just me being funny. Well, not funny, but trying.
Any comments made by Bill Murphy does not inflect the social media of Hicksville Community
Well,
Television.
unfortunately, that's not true though. As station manager, the comments I make do kind of like reflect. Anyhow, here we go. Ball on the 45-yard line because of the penalty. So a short kick caught inside the 15-yard line. Working his way through and then finds a hole. Finds a hole. On the sideline, it's a foot race. That was number 64, whose name is not on the roster. So we're going to have to find out who that is.
Oh, man. If I can get a clear shot of their face, I might be able to tell you.
So we're going to track down who number 64 was, who had the great run back. Takes it out near midfield, ball at the 48-yard line.
I'm going to go find out real quick who number 64 is.
Yeah, I'll move the camera. See if they know next door. One thing nice about being in the press box, you got the coaching staff nearby. So here we go. Brody Balzer working out of the shotgun. George Green, the back behind. And a nice hard count will get him 5 the easy way. That'll make it 1st and 5 for the Aces.
Okay, I got number 64 for you. It's going to be Gabe Rodriguez.
Gabe Rodriguez with an excellent run back, again, out to the 48-yard line. And then Balzer gets him to jump on the hard count, and it'll make it 1st and 5. That's looking good, too. So, again, Balzer will work out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers out on the far side opposite the field. Aaron Klima, the lone receiver, on the near side towards us. George Green, split back. Beside, it's going to be a handoff to Green. Green straight ahead, churning those legs down to the 40-yard line of the Wayne Trace Raiders. Move the chains. They're going to say his knee touched at the 41, but that's still good enough for an Aces first down. Balzer. Again with Green in the offset. Pretty much the same look that we had for the last play. And again, it'll be a handoff to Green. Raiders are kind of waiting for it this time. He's going to get down to maybe the 38-yard line before they stack him up and stop him. They're going to say, nope, 39. 2nd and 8. Looks like they got the mini Aces cheerleaders here tonight to help out the varsity and the JV gals.
Yeah, very good crowd for both teams here tonight.
Yep, good contingent from Wayne Trace. The Raiders band is here to perform at halftime. High snap. Balzer laterals it out. Well, it's a screen pass. Good. Inside the not much in the way. It might have made it back. It might have picked up We'll see. They're going to give him maybe a yard. It's a nice screen pass out to the far side, but only about a yard picked up before the Raiders closed ranks and brought him down. Yeah, they announced the Aces homecoming court today, and I was going to let Chris tell you who they are, but he forgot to write them down.
Yes, I did. You know, you get in the moment of filming, and you don't think about those.
Balzer with a quick handoff. Green powering forward. George Green inside the 30-yard line. The only one I can remember with Noah Harmon, I think, is the junior attendant.
I know J.R. Mendoza is the king.
Yeah.
Man, you're making me try to.
We better not.
Now.
We're just going to drop this because if we don't, we're going to get people mad at us.
Yes.
So we'll find out the names. We'll pass it along.
I know Hicksville Schools will also be posting those eventually.
All right, back to the game at hand. Balzer, handoff again. Green, nothing doing this time. Green will get dropped as soon as he hits the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. 2nd and 9. Clock running, 7 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. Quarter number 1, Aces looking to draw it even. They're down 7-0 here in the first quarter. Week number 5, and this is the second week of the GMC season. Conference play. Again, Balzer handing it to Green. Green, 25-yard line. That's about as far as he's going to go. So the Aces looking like they're going to try the smash mouth, hard nose, right up the gut football for a while here with a strong runner in George Green.
Got to say, yes, George Green, very strong.
Player on the field at the 30-yard line. One of the Raiders is down, and we're going to have an injury timeout. So, I hope you got to join us. We had a lot of fun earlier this afternoon. We were on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page, and we brought you the live coverage. We did the live stream from the Homecoming Court Announcement Assembly at the school this afternoon. A lot of fun. And, of course, homecoming is coming up in 2 weeks.
Yes.
We've got the game here tonight. And then next week, Christopher, I think you're going to come with me. Going to be on the road with me down at Ayersville.
Yes, I should be.
Yeah.
Got nothing in the schedule.
One of his favorite places to go. And then we'll be back here the following week, which is the last Friday in September, and that will be homecoming week, week number 7. Hard to believe, end of September will be week number 7 already.
Which there are some special coverages. I'm not going to spoil, but
yeah,
there are going to be some special exclusives for the HIX-TV Instagram.
Yep, there are on that day, on homecoming, we just want to let everybody know, we know for sure we are going to be broadcasting live from the huge homecoming pep rally. That takes place at about 2:35, 2:40 on Friday afternoon to wrap up the school day. And then Christopher and I always try to head over to the fairgrounds where they assemble and get ready to start the parade, and we always try to get some interviews in with the members of the homecoming court and as many of their escorts as are available, because oftentimes the escorts are members of the football team. Back into action here, Balzer, quick handoff to Green again, and Green's going to get stood up at the 25-yard line and dropped for maybe about a half-yard loss.
Okay, actually, I just now remembered the sophomore attendant and escort, both of them.
All right.
Zach Schooley and Elise Baldwin.
All right. Well, you said we're slowly filling them in.
They're slowly coming back to me. Now that as soon as you mentioned football, I was like, I could have sworn there was one football player. Zach Schooley, that's who it was. So we're halfway there.
So, again, email Chris Warner if you know who the homecoming court is, and then we can share it on the air.
Or commented it as well.
Yeah. All right, back to the action on the field. Balzer dropping back, looking to throw. Ball in the air, caught. Grab made. And that's another new number, number 20, that I don't have on my roster either. What are they doing tonight? Is there something special going on?
David Taylor.
David Taylor.
You know, I thought he looked like David there, I was like, is that David? David Taylor is in my grade, the class of 2024.
And he is a new person. Oh, David Taylor normally wears 55. So I'm gonna have to dig up a pen here shortly.
Yeah, because you have to add Gabe Rodriguez and David Taylor.
Yeah. Have to change their numbers here.
Which that happens during the regular season.
But as we get ready for the next play, again, it's 2nd and 7 now. Ball down to the 12-yard line. The Aces in the red zone. Balzer takes the snap. Quarterback keeper, Brady straight ahead. Got him around the ankles. He'll be down around the 10-yard line. They might give him forward progress to the 9. That could be a pickup of up to 3. But we're going to try to interview the Queen and her court, as we always do every year. And we'll also try to bring you some coverage from the parade. Might have something really cool for the pregame ceremonies. I'm not going to reveal anything yet. Balzer, hand off to Green, straight ahead. George, come on, George. Close, doesn't quite break the plane. Green, strong run. Aces offense working good tonight against the Raiders.
Very good.
And they'll get a 1st and goal after Green's carry breaks the line again.
The Aces are very motivated tonight.
So Hicksville, 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. 3:45, clock rolling. See if they can punch it in here. Let's go, guys. Man in motion. Quarterback keeper straight ahead. And touchdown, Hicksville. Aces power it in. Brody Balzer from 2 yards out with the quarterback keeper makes it a 7-6 game. As the Aces just about draw even. Conversion attempt pending. And I hate to say this, but they haven't scored enough. We don't know whether the Aces are really going to go for the kick or go for the 2 points. We haven't had enough scores so far this season.
They got Camacho out there, so it seems like they're going to kick.
Yep. Oscar Camacho for the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and he hooked it. No good. Camacho hooks it wide to the right. So the Aces are going to stay 1 point down, 7-6, as we got a Hicksville player down on the turf with it looks like a cramp.
And there's going to be a flag on the field as well.
They threw a flag right by his helmet. Doc Haggerty out there working on that leg. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
We're going to keep
That's
the
Balzer.
camera in the middle of the field.
Is that Balzer? I can't tell from this.
Yeah, I can't use the camera over there, so I can get you that.
Either way, they're
second.
Officials having a discussion about the flag. And it's going to be roughing the kicker against Wayne Trace. So they're going to get to try it again. So that'll be half the distance to the goal, and I guess they'll get to try the attempt again.
Number 15, it's looking like. He's getting.
So that was Camacho that
looks
went
a little
down.
Sluggish.
Which makes sense that if you're going to rough the kicker, that the guy on the field with the sore leg is going to be the kicker.
Not 100% sure, but he was the one.
So now the Ace is going to go for 2. As again, they're only 1 yard out after the penalty.
George Green checking with the coach.
He'll be right behind Balzer. Balzer, high snap, and that's just too bad. A bad snap went off Brody Balzer's hand, went up about 5 feet into the air. Balzer had nothing. He couldn't do anything. He had to stay there to catch the ball when it came back down. And by the time it did, he got it under control and tried to move forward, but that gave the Raiders enough time to be able to stack him up. So again, the outcome remains the same, and it's the Raiders leading the Aces 7-6 here in the first quarter. But the Aces looking really good so far tonight. Best showing of the season so far. 3:35 to go. And they'll get ready to kick it off to the Raiders here. Wayne Trace will go on offense for the second time tonight, pending, of course, the outcome of the kick. The Aces have been known to engage in a little good old-fashioned football skullduggery when it comes to kicking off. Bill Murphy, Chris Warner, so glad to have you with us and hope you are enjoying our live coverage here tonight. Beautiful night for football
Yes, very
at
beautiful
Aces
night.
Field. The lights are already on, and so far I've only counted 2 trains, which is kind of neat.
Now that when I just heard that, I was like, do I hear one? You was like, you just had to say something. I feel like that's a tradition. I'm sorry. Now, at the end of every game, I always say how many I've counted. I've done that for like the past 3 home games we've had. Maybe I'll keep doing that.
We're so glad to have you here with us tonight.
Oscar's going to be
week
back
number
out.
5. It's great to be back here in the friendly confines of Aces Field after being on the road for the last couple of weeks. Camacho puts his leg into it. Whoa! Right into the grill of number 78 for the Raiders. That was Luke Stauffer.
It was an interception by the Aces.
Yeah, he got a face full of football, and as soon as they hit him and it bounced off of his helmet.
Number 22 for the Aces caught it.
It was a live ball, and Camden Walters fell on it, so the Aces get the ball back right away.
The referees are talking it over. What I saw on the camera is that it hit the Wayne Trace player, but it did not touch the ground, and Camden Walters scooped it up.
Well, it doesn't matter. As soon as it makes contact with one of the Wayne Trace players, it's a live ball, so it should be Aces ball either way.
Which, let's see what the scoreboard says. Aces ball, yes,
Yep.
So he did catch it. I wasn't for sure. He slid
Like
on the ground as he caught it.
That's the first time I've ever seen.
I've never seen a move like that before.
Camacho just kicked it right into the grill. I mean, it bounced right off the face of Luke Stauffer, and then the Aces fall on it on the rebound.
Gotta say, the crowd was really liking that for the Aces.
Man in motion for Hicksville. Pitch back, that's number 8, that's Brant Langham. Langham throws the ball, and there's nobody there to catch it.
Almost an interception by number 85 for the Raiders.
That's number 20, which we already know is Dave Taylor. Taylor was, I think, the intended receiver. He couldn't get back to the ball in time. So that'll burn it down for the Aces. It'll be 2nd and 10 now from their own 48-yard line. Balzer with the snap. Drops back. Brady looking downfield. Brody puts it in the air. Caught by Langham. Langham trying to get away from the defenders. Not able to do it. If they give him forward progress, it should be about to the 48-yard line of the Raiders. They actually brought him down about midfield, but he made it to the 48 before they drove him back, and that's where they're going to place the ball. So it'll be 3rd, and that'll be 3rd and about 7 from the 48-yard line. Again, a 7-6 game, and the Aces, after a fortuitous kickoff to the Raiders, got the ball right back, and they're back on offense, looking to maybe take the lead here tonight. Balzer. Long count. Drops back again to throw. Brody puts it in the air, and there's nobody there. That was another miscommunication with Taylor as he stopped short, and the ball was thrown long. I take that back. That was Klima. Klima stopped short, and the ball was thrown long. Brings up 4th down. A missed opportunity for the Aces as Brody will drop back to punt. Or at least it looks like he's dropping back to punt.
Yes, we have to say, I was like, we've had that in the past where they faked punts.
Or they've had a bad snap, and then they just do whatever they can.
With it. Yep,
this time, Balzer with a low liner, and that's going to go out of bounds. Downfield, we'll see where they mark it. It'll be Wayne Trace ball, and it looks like to be about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Raiders with 2:23 to go in our opening quarter. Hand off to the Raiders. He's got some room on the far side. Almost gets around the corner. Not able to break free. But that could have been trouble, but still it's going to be first down yardage for the Raiders. Was that 12 or 13 for the Raiders?
That was 13.
13. Tucker Antoine, who almost took it to the house in the very first play of the game. So Wayne Trace, again, their quarterback, number 12, Cole Moorhead. Moorhead works out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Moorhead gets the snap. Quick handoff. Straight ahead. Powering down. In across the 35-yard line to about the 36, 37. That was number. You say that? Is that number? Is that Mosler, number 57, with the carry? Ball caught, number 13. Antoine across midfield. That'll be another first down for the Raiders. Yeah, they've got a guy. It was number 50 that did that carry the play before this, and he also is not on the roster. Oh, no, I take that back. Lane Moorhead. He's down at the very bottom.
Oh, yes, he is. It says number 7 /
I guess
50.
usually he plays number 7, but tonight he's number 50. Maybe he ripped the jersey. I'm not. But anyway, so we apologize for not getting his name out on the last play. Moorhead hangs onto the ball himself. Moorhead, yeah, he's going to get caught in the backfield, dropped for about a 2-yard loss. The minute to go. Cole Moorhead pays the price. And they'll move him all the way back to the 48-yard line where it'll be second down and about 11. See, the school announced the cast for the junior high musical today, too. They're going to be doing Fiddler on the Roof Junior coming up a little later this fall. I shared it on our Facebook page, so if anyone wants to check and see who's playing who the cast members are, you can do that. Ball in the air, caught. What a great one-armed grab. Tucker Antoine one-arms it and takes it down to the Aces' 45-yard line. Not enough to move the chains, but it'll be a third and manageable now for the Wayne Trace Raiders, as that's going to probably be the last play of the first quarter. It does. The quarter expires. We've played the first 12 minutes, and at the end of the first quarter, it's the Wayne Trace Raiders 7 and the Hicksville Aces 6. Hit the record button.
Oh, okay. Behind the scenes, for those of me and Bill do talk about other things as well.
Chris forgot to hit the record button. Not that it's going to be a big deal because this will be saved on YouTube, so we're not losing anything.
Well, as you stated earlier, I have a lot to keep track of. You know.
Well, as I said, this is an experiment that we're going through here tonight, and we're using one of our cameras that can record on the SD card, so we're able to live stream and record onto our SD card on the camera at the same time. So we wanted to see how well that would work. But then Chris forgot to press the record button. So we're going to be okay from the second quarter on. So back in action, Wayne Trace with the ball. And I apologize to our underwriters, I wasn't able to mention them. Ball's loose on the turf.
And sorry
Running
about
back
those.
Puts it up in the air. He's got a man open. Caught. Oh, this could be trouble.
It's going to be trouble. Number 5 with the tackle for the Aces.
Yes, that was number 11 with the catch, which was Race Price. So after the dropped snap, Moorhead able to get the ball to Price, and Price able to take it down to about the 10-yard line. It was Caden Steffel that finally got him and brought him down for the Aces.
Caught up to him.
So now the Raiders are in prime position here to punch another one in.
I feel like I need some extra arms for all this.
Well, it's the first time out. You'll get used to it.
Yep.
We all will.
Testing my multitasking skills.
Quick handoff. That's number 2, the ball carrier battling down towards the 5-yard line. Jared Pierce for the Raiders.
We got number 50 and number 20 for the Aces with that tackle.
Number 50 is Rodriguez. No, Weisskopf. And what was the other one?
Number 20.
Number 20. That's Rodriguez.
Which Rodriguez? We have 2 Rodriguezes.
I don't know, the one that's wearing number 20. I don't know. I think it's Gabe.
Yeah, I think it's Gabe Rodriguez. I think you had me, was that?
Yeah, that was the one you looked up.
Okay, yep, and that is Gabe Rodriguez.
Dropping back, Morehouse, rolling out. Looking, a flag is thrown. Morehouse heading towards and he crosses into the end zone. The official at that end of the end zone says touchdown, but nothing put on the board yet. And it looks like
against the Raiders.
Yeah, it's going to be an offense against the Raiders. Initially, they're saying holding. That was the initial indication from the officiating crew. It was 2nd and 6. Well, 2nd and goal from the 6, I should say.
Which it seems like they did get the holding call. Yep, they are.
They're going to back him up. So it'll be a hold against the Raiders, and that'll move the ball all the way back to the 23-yard line, it looks like. It'll still be 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal from the 23 for Wayne Trace. Morehouse puts the ball in the air, caught. And they're going to wrap him up almost immediately. That'll be down near the 20-yard line, maybe the 19. 3rd and goal. We'll see where they mark it officially. Inside the 20, maybe the 18-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 18 for Wayne Trace. They're obviously going to be in 4-down territory, I'm sure. Unless they got a field goal kicker. Cole Morehouse working out of the shotgun, dropping back, ball in the air. And that's going to be a flag.
2 flags on the play.
There was no doubt about that one.
Number 5 for the Aces.
Yeah, the intended receiver was Race Price, number 11. And Caden Steffel literally hit him and knocked him to the turf well before the ball got there. So that's going to be defensive pass interference. Yep. So that should give, let's see what they're going to do. Ball's going to be placed at the 9-yard line.
Making it.
So they're going to say it's still 3rd and goal from the 9. Morehouse hangs on to it himself. He'll be brought down right at about the 10, so it'll be 4th and goal now for the Wayne Trace Raiders. So 4th and goal from the just outside the 10-yard line is where they spotted the football. And here come the Raiders. It's all or nothing for them on this play. They got to get into the end zone or turn the ball over. Cole Moorhead. Ball tipped. Incomplete. Aces will take over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville from their own 10-yard line. So 9:02 to go before halftime. And the Aces will get the ball back on downs. The tail of the football is right about on the 10-yard line. So they're at about the 11 and about the 10.5-yard line is where the football is actually lying. Hey, I want to remind you, too, coming up at halftime, Wayne Trace Raiders Marching Band and the Aces Pride Marching Band will both be entertaining. And we'll keep the live stream going. We'll disconnect the headset microphones, go down to the field mics to bring you the halftime show. Balzer, quarterback keeper. Balzer working his way through traffic out across the 15. Brody gets him a little breathing room out to about the 16, 17-yard line. Second down and about 3 from the 17-yard line. Looks like a long 3. Well, they're going to say 2nd and 5. Okay.
Looks like there is a shoe out in the football field.
Quick handoff. Straight up the pike.
Number 3 for the Aces.
Strong carry. Bronson Graber. Graber will move the chains. Bronson will take him out near the 40-yard line. They'll put the ball down at the 39.
You know what? Here, I'm just going to start looking at the roster here. If you have instead of naming players' names or numbers for you, I think I can call some of the Derek Danglinger. That was the player.
They got him?
That tackled.
All right. Balzer works out of the shotgun again. Green split back beside him. No, I take that back. That's not Green. That's Graber beside him. That was a quarterback keeper by Brody Balzer. And we got an injury. Grabbing his shin. So we're going to have a quick injury timeout here. Ball advanced.
Looks to be number 57 for the Aces.
To about the 43-yard line. That would be Rupert down if it's number 57. .7:45 to go here. It's week number 5 from Aces Field with the Aces hosting the Wayne Trace Raiders. And as we are nearing the halfway point of the second quarter, and good to see that's Rupert up and heading off the field under his own power. It's Wayne Trace leading the Aces by the slimmest of margins, only 1 point, 7-6 the score currently. Good crowd here from both schools.
Yes,
Aces,
very good crowd.
Aces are in
tonight.
a good. I mean, Aces are in kind of a jovial mood. They again had the halftime. They had the homecoming assembly today, where they announced the homecoming court.
You know, this is actually the first time I actually had to look down. I can't see much over the laptop here. I just noticed almost every seat in the bleachers are full on the Aces side. I mean, they got them piled up down there. I just now realized that. Amazing crowd on the Aces side as well as the Wayne Trace side.
Balzer gets a snap. Handoff, nothing doing. They were waiting for that one. That was Bronson Graber. Graber going to get dropped for a bit of a loss that time. That'll make it 3rd and 7. Ball moved back to about the 42-yard line. They're going to say now 3rd and 8. Balzer puts it in the air, caught by Klima. Klima almost broke through, got by the first wave, but not the second, but still Klima moves the chains and takes it into Raiders territory. It'll be 1st and 10 Aces from the Wayne Trace 36-yard line. So the Aces racking up another first down here tonight, drawing ever closer, looking to take the lead in the game here this evening. Balzer works onto the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers out on the near side, and a false start called. Every now and then the hard count makes a guy with the wrong color jersey move before the snap. That'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 now for the Aces. Ball back now at the 41-yard line. Handoff, and the ball's loose picked up by one of the Raiders. No indication from the officials. He's off to the races and into the end zone. Oh my!
Just scooped it up off the ground and ran with it.
I think it was number 18, Kendall Franklin.
Let me see if I can get that number for you.
Looks like number 18 to me, Kendall Franklin.
Trying to see her. No, that's number 19. 19.
So let's give credit where credit is due. That's Kyle Stoller. Stoller comes out of the pack as the ball popped loose in the pileup.
He scooped it right off the ground and ran with it.
And he lopes about 60 yards.
Before any of the Aces knew he had it, they turned around and realized. But by then it was already too late.
Yeah. So that makes it 13-6.
Looks like they're
extra
go
point
the extra
pretending.
Kick.
Their kicker number 23, that's Ezra Sin. Sin has it blocked. So the score will remain 13-6. We're exactly halfway through the second quarter with 6 minutes to go. But the fumble recovery leads to a 6-point turnaround. And the Aces will get ready to go back on offense and get the ball back here shortly. So the first turnover of the game is a costly one for Hicksville as it results in a Raiders touchdown, but at least they were able to block the extra point conversion. So the Aces are still just within one score and a extra point conversion of tying this game up. Keeping it close. So you're getting excited. They're going to have all these Spirit Week activities coming up here in the next couple weeks. And for students, chance to win stuff like some gift cards or...
Were you asking me if I was excited? I said, are you excited?
Yeah, giant candy bars and
well, sadly, since I go to Fort County, we do not participate in the Spirit Week.
Well, yeah, but you could, when you come back for like the big homecoming assembly, maybe you could be in some of the games.
Yeah, show up in my pajamas, yeah.
You said, see how many times you can hit the camera guy with a pie in the face to win a Buffalo Wild Wings card or something?
I would legitimately sign up. I would allow students to do that. I would have a fun time allowing middle school and high school students to do that.
We just have to put a plastic bag over the camera.
Or just get a GoPro.
Don't want any whipped cream in the... So a low liner, and the Aces, green's just going to fall on it at the 34-yard line. That's where Hicksville's going to set up shop, 1st and 10 with 5:58 to go before halftime. Here at Aces Field, Friday night, week number 5, high school football action. It's the Wayne Trace Raiders leading the Aces 13-6 here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel, coming to you live, and glad to have you with us this evening. Bill and Chris want to say a big thank you once again to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible, our diamond level supporters underwriting all of our Aces sports broadcasts. Jim Schmidt Family of Automotive Dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. APT Manufacturing Solutions in Hicksville, Ohio. And the Hicksville Pharmacy in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Thanks to all of them. Balzer, quick hitter out. Caught by Langham. Langham piled up without much in the way. He's going to actually lose a yard, it looks like.
Got swarmed real quickly by the Raiders.
Raiders sniffed that one out. Wasted no time closing ranks on Brandon. Or Bronson. No, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong guy. Brandt.
You were getting close.
Yeah. It began with a B.
Yeah.
Back into action. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. Balzer, ball in the air, intercepted. Threw it right to number 62. And this could be trouble. They're going to...
George Green
going to run out of about the 20-yard line. Interception made
by number 62.
That was Nate Osborne.
George Green pulling him out of bounds for the Aces.
Osborne, a linebacker.
He
he
is
doesn't
very
get,
happy about that.
Yeah, but he doesn't get to get his hands on the football very many times, and
all the players of the Wayne Tracers patting him on the back, giving him a good job.
The interception down to the 21-yard line as the Aces cough it up for the second time here in the second quarter, and come back on offense. Back out on the field, Cole Moorhead working out of the shotgun, puts a man in motion. Moorhead gets the snap. Moorhead, ball in the air, caught. And a flag thrown at the end of the play. Klima was in there on the tackle for the Aces.
And we have an injured player, number 13 for the Raiders.
He is slow getting up after that hit. That's Tucker Antoine, number 13.
What happened with that was he turned around and there was another Wayne Trace player there, and he accidentally ran right into him. I don't know, like if he stepped on his heel or ankle.
So we'll see there's a flag on the play, so we'll see what the officials have to say. As Antoine shakes it off, gets up and walks off under his own power. And we've got a mini conference with the officiating crew going on out at about the 20-yard line. And that's going to be against the Raiders, pushing off. So Wayne Trace will get backed up to about the 36-yard line now. So it's going to be first and about a quarter of a mile for Wayne Trace. 36 yards if you're keeping score at home. Five minutes to go here before halftime. Glad I remembered my script tonight.
Oh, yes. Did you actually remember that?
Yes, I did.
Quarterback keeper, number 12.
That's Moorhead. He'll get down to about the 32-yard line. He'll whittle a few yards off, but there's still a long way to go. The Raiders have to get down to, I think it's about the 12-yard line to move the chains.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Also, I've had a lot of appreciating comments from a lot of people around the Hicksville area saying I'm doing a good job with color commentary. I really appreciate those comments.
Well, just don't let it go to your head.
Oh, trust me, I don't want to take over your play-by-play position.
Well, Moorhead hangs onto the ball himself. What a great run, Moorhead. Manages to hang on to the football. He took a shot from Owen Stuckey, hung on to the football, but he's going to be close to first down yard. We'll see if they move the chains. The ball down at about the 11-yard line, and it will be a first down. Actually, they're going to say the nose of the football just across the 10-yard line, so it's going to be first and goal for the Raiders.
Going to be timeout.
And a timeout on the field. You are correct. So that called by the Aces. That's the first timeout that they've used here in the first half. They'll have two remaining. So they'll talk things over. Give us some time to say a big thank you to one of our diamond level underwriters making our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television. That's APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. Located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park. World-class facility with robotic packing and palleting solutions, powder coating, welding, and more. And they're looking to add to the APT family. If you'd like to find out if they have opportunities that might be interesting to you, go to aptmfg.com/careers. See all the positions they have available. Many of them come with training and certification opportunities. They'd love to hear from you. You can fill out an application or upload your resume online. We want to thank them for their continued support of all our Aces Sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. Our good friends, Tony Nicewander and company at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville and online at aptmfg.com/careers. And into the end zone he goes. That was that number 4 or number 5?
You know, that's a good question.
I think that was Derek Dangler that took it in.
Would that be number 4 or number 5?
Number 5.
Or
maybe number 8.
I will agree with your thought. I will put it that way.
Well, we'll find out eventually. But I'm sure we'll hear from it if we're wrong. Kick is up. And again, wide to the right. So the score will remain 19-6 with 4:41 to go here before halftime. Raiders punch it in once again. And the Aces will get ready to get the football back and go back on offense. They're going to have about 4.5 minutes to work with to see if they can get it back to a one-score game here tonight. Of course, the Aces have had real bugaboo on them the last 4 weeks. I think they had to deal with the running clock in the second half of every game they played so far this season. So hopefully they'll be able to avoid that here tonight.
Turning on the lights here in the press box.
And not in our room.
Yep.
We like it.
We like it dark.
Yeah. Atmospheric.
Adds to the mood. Sometimes.
But it gets to the point where it's hard for me to read the rosters.
Then we'll turn it on.
Yeah, we'll turn it on.
And then if the camera goes wonky, that's me covering my eyes, the light.
We aren't going to tell them the real true reason about your thing about bugs and the bugs that fly in when they turn the lights on. Oh, man,
yeah.
Christopher has this thing when you turn on and moths fly in attracted to the lights, because we take the windows out so that we can get an unobstructed camera view. All right, back to the business at hand. It's another low kick, and it's going to be falling on. And I don't know. I think he got it loose. I think it might be the Raiders' ball. The Raiders say they got it, and they do. That was
I think it was number 0 for the Raiders.
Yeah, for the Aces, that was Langham, who just sort of fell on the ball, but he didn't really cover it up. And the Raiders got in there, reached in, and just ripped it out of his hands. And it goes back to Wayne Trace. So an onside kick recovery, I guess, would be the official scoring on that. And the Raiders will get the ball back with 4:37 to go. 1st and 10 on the Aces, 31-yard line. Ouch. Now I got to go back to the Raiders roster here. Dropping back. Ball in the air. Man open and incomplete, but flags go flying everywhere. Moorhead was trying to dial in Race Price, number 11. Price not able to hang on, but again, as he went down, the laundry went flying. 2 flags on the play. And that's going to be him pushing off offensive pass interference. So the Aces crowd is liking that call, as that'll back him way up again. And that's going to move the ball from the 31-yard line all the way back to the 46.
Wow. That's going to make it what? First and
like 25. Morehouse hangs on, hands it off.
Let me see if I can get number 2.
That'll be Jared Pierce. I almost said Price, I'm sorry. Jared Pierce will get it down near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 41 to make it, it looks like 2nd and 20. And the score, yeah, the announcer agrees with me. All right.
Nice, yes. Means you're correct. Unofficially.
Clock still rolling, 3:50 right now. And
Wayne Trace using the clock to their advantage.
Yeah, they'll approach the line. They're in no hurry. They got
plenty of time.
13-point advantage here. Morehouse rolling out. Stops. puts the ball in the air. He's got a man open and into the end zone.
Number 5 for Wayne Trace.
Oh, my goodness. Derek Dangler with the catch.
Getting your yards for that catch there.
A 41-yard strike to make it 25-6. And the extra point pending to see if the Raiders can go up by 20 points here at Aces Field tonight. So far, the extra point kick has not been one of their strengths here tonight for the Raiders. But they're going to try it again. Again, it's number 23, the kicker. That's Ezra Sin. That one looks good. And he makes it. So Sin finally splits the uprights tonight. I think that's the first time he's hit it this evening. So the Raiders up by 20 now, 26-6, with 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go here before halftime. We're glad to have you here at Aces Field again at halftime. We're going to keep our live stream going here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. But we will be unplugging the headset microphones, and we will go to the onboard mics. Turn on the high-quality shotgun condenser microphone to.
Well, we got the fancy name broken out there.
Yeah. We're going to pick up the full range, the full spectrum of audio for the band performances. The Raiders, all kidding aside, Raiders will be here performing at the halftime as well as the Aces Pride Marching Band. So we'll bring you the band performances.
We got
and,
that. We'll get
and of course, Christopher and I will be back with all the second half play-by-play for you as well.
We'll get the high-quality audio of you announcing for the Aces Pride Marching Band.
Hmm.
So no pressure.
Okay. So the Raiders are going to tee up the football and get ready to kick it off again. So far, they recovered an onside kick last time.
Number 58 can be the kicker for Wayne Trace.
Mm-hmm. That is Kyle Forer.
And the announcer agrees.
Forer is another low liner. And this one's going to roll way back. They're going to scoop it up at about the 10-yard line. And maybe back to close to the 15, 16-yard line.
Number 2 for the Aces.
Returned by J.R. Mendoza.
No, actually, sorry, number 8.
Number 8, that would be Brant Langham. I didn't think that was Mendoza.
Yeah, he had the other parts of his 8 cut off, so it looked like a number 2.
J.R. got named Homecoming King this afternoon.
Yes. You know what? Let me try and look up a list here. Well, I have the second.
Just don't disconnect us.
I'll try not to.
So they return out to about the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Aces. So they've got a lot of field to cover here. 3 minutes and 22 seconds to try to draw a little closer on the scoreboard. Brody Balzer working out of the shotgun. Balzer gets the snap. Balzer, ball is loose again, and it's scooped up again by the Raiders. And that was number 85. Dyson Scott comes up with it, and at least he wasn't able to pick it up all the way and lope into the end zone. But still, that puts the Aces back behind the 8-ball big time, as that's the 3rd turnover here in the second quarter for Hicksville. They're going to officially put the ball at about the 7-yard line. Oh, ouch.
About recovery onside kicks.
Well, again, the fumble recovery. So, again, Morehouse back in. Or Moorhead, excuse me.
Quarterback keeper. The Aces are going to sniff that one out.
And
George Green's going to lose his helmet there.
Helmet. So he'll have to come off the field for a play. So Cole Moorhead loses a little ground. Not much. No, actually, they're going to give him a yard on the forward progress. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. They'll say he got about a yard and a half. A long 5. And again, clock is rolling, and the Raiders are in no hurry here. Right now, the clock is their friend.
Yes.
They're up by 20, seeing if they can make it 26 or maybe 27, and timeout, Wayne Trace. So the Raiders took their time, came up to the line, saw the defensive lineup from the Aces, and promptly called timeout because they do not want to not come away with points on this possession once again. So timeout on the field, and when we resume play, it'll be the Raiders with a 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line, leading the Aces 26-6 here tonight. We'll see if we've got enough time to work in another big thank you to another one of our Diamond level underwriters, underwriting all of our sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick. Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. If you're in the market for a vehicle, brand new, pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, remember it's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. You can stop by and check out the inventory on the lot, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. So proud to have them as one of our Diamond level underwriters, 13 years and counting now. Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right here in Hicksville, Ohio. And the whistles will blow this play dead before anything much happens at all. Moorhead. And it'll be an offsides against the Aces. That'll be half the distance to the goal line. Take it down to about the 3.
Oh, wow.
2.5. So they're officially, the 2.5-yard line officially now is the 2-yard line. So it will be 2nd and goal from the 2 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds. A lot of 2s out on the.
Oh, wow. That is a lot of 2s out there. I see what you mean. 1, 2, 3.
Rolling
5,
out.
6.
Ball in the air and a little too far. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 2. Moorhead's pass just a little too high for his intended receiver. So 3rd and goal now for the Raiders. Man, you're burning up social media so much, you got to plug your phone into the charger now?
No,
Wow.
I don't have such a good phone. It
Wow.
dies without even having it turned on.
Morehouse.
Straight up.
Excuse me, Moorhead, excuse me. I don't know why I keep calling him Morehouse.
Yeah. You'll get there.
But he'll take it, Moorhead, straight in. Touchdown, Wayne Trace, to make it 32-6 as they go up by 26 points now. Conversion attempt pending.
Let's see if they're going to go with the extra point or 2. Looks like
Looks
they're
like
going to go with
for the kick again.
Yep. Number 23 out there.
Yep. That's their kicker. That's Ezra Sin. And that one I think is going to make it too. Not by much. Barely cleared the crossbar, but Sin splits the uprights again. And that'll make it 33-6. A 27-point lead now for the Wayne Trace Raiders with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go before halftime here at Aces Field tonight. Kind of a fast-moving first half. We've only been playing for a little over an hour in actual time.
Yep, exactly an hour, actually.
So
you were right on the dot there.
So the Aces will get ready, and they're going to have to be alert here for another kickoff coming to them from the Raiders.
I'm going to try and see who's the deep man for the Aces. I can't see without my glasses, so.
So you used to be in the marching band, right?
Yes, I was in the marching band for 3 years.
Are you ever jealous of the, I mean, the Wayne Trace marching band uniforms are really slick. The Aces ones are nice, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, the Raiders have like really kind of, they've got those like Australian hats with the one
yes,
brim up.
They have the Australian hats with the feathers, and they also have, we call them half capes. I know there's a more official term for it, but it's where the capes go halfway down your back.
You ever get jealous?
Yes, actually. There's been, especially I would have to say, out of all the years of band, my favorite had to be the Defiance Band of Class drum major uniform with the bearskin cap.
So the Aces are going to pick this one up out close to about the 15-yard line, across the 20. And
that's
not quite to the 25-yard line.
Number 8 for the Aces.
So Langham will get him back to, well, let's see where they're going to put about the 22, 23-yard line.
But yes, to answer your question, yes, I do get jealous sometimes.
They look sharp. The Aces look sharp. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say the Aces uniforms don't look sharp. They do.
Different schools have different traditions.
Yeah, it's just a different sort of style.
Yep, different schools have different styles. Hicksville goes with the older military kind of style uniforms with the Shakos, with the plumes.
So anyway, we'll see both of them. You can see both of the bands with their full accoutrements tonight. Halftime coming up a little over 2 minutes from right now on the scoreboard clock. Balzer rolling out. Balzer puts the ball in the air, and he overthrows his intended receiver. Number 18, that would be Owen Stuckey. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, see, it feels nice to be able to sit down for the majority of the football game. With this setup, I'm able actually to sit down and run the camera. Most cases, I'm standing up.
This new setup, the camera, the zoom in and out, is a remote control. So
yes, and I'm actually able to look through the laptop in real time.
So Christopher
has my eyes.
Just has this little remote control in his hand that he can zoom in and out. You know, all he has to do is he has to manually pan from left to right. But aside from that, that one off the hands, good defensive play. That was number 18 for the Raiders. Kendall Franklin coming in and tipping that ball away at the last minute. So that'll bring up 3rd down now for the Aces. Clock stops on the incomplete pass with 1:53 to go in the half. Balzer fakes a pump fake for Balzer, and that just was a few seconds too long, as Brody is going to get dropped in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the Aces are most likely going to have to punt it away deep in their own end of the field with 1:35 and the clock rolling. And they are going to drop back. Punting team comes out. As nothing happened, nothing went right on that offensive series for the Aces. So Balzer getting ready to punt it away to the Raiders. 1 man back deep for Wayne Trace. And Brody going to take a nice long time here. Take that clock down as far as he can. Snap. Punt is up. It's a short wobbler. Comes down just about midfield, rolls across midfield, and it'll go out of bounds at the Wayne Trace 47-yard line. With 46 seconds to go, the Raiders will get the ball back, and they'll have 53 yards to go to hit pay dirt. Now they're going to give him a friendly spot and make it the 46-yard line.
They're also mentioning the bake sale going on for the class of 2025.
Yeah, we saw that up near the front.
Yes, very nice selection.
Yeah. That's your class, isn't it?
No.
No.
I am the class of 2024.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's true.
Hopefully.
There's a long time to go between now and then. Not that I don't think you'll make it.
I'm pretty sure I'll make it.
I hope so. All right, back ball in the air. Man open. And off his hands and incomplete.
That was number 13 for the Wayne Trace Raiders.
Yes, indeed. Moorhead's throw to Antoine. hits him right in the hands, and he just can't maintain control as he hits the turf. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders with 40 seconds to go now before halftime.
Although you never know, I might enjoy being a senior so much I might not want to never end. I'll just
true.
constantly just be in the next class.
Could be like that. You could be like that. What was that movie, Animal House? That guy that's like 14 years of college.
Yes, I knew there was a movie. I was trying to think of what it was.
12 years of high school down the drain. No, I don't think so. You'll make it. All right, man in motion. And the ball's loose. Falls on it.
He faked the punt.
Yeah, Moorhead lost the football. It falls to the turf, and he had no choice but to drop on it to prevent the turnover. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Clock continuing to roll. We'll see if they get another playoff here before halftime arrives. And we'll see. They've got 5, 4, 3, 2. They managed to get it away. Moorhead hands it off. And a solid hit right across the 50-yard line. Their ball carrier number 2, Jared Pierce. And that brings us to halftime. We've played the first 24 minutes of football here tonight at Aces Field, and at halftime, it's the visiting Wayne Trace Raiders 33 and the homestanding Aces 6. I want to thank again all of our underwriters making our coverage possible here this evening. Our platinum level sponsor, that's ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park and online at www.arcsolinc.com. And to our diamond level underwriters underwriting all of our Aces Sports broadcast, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, the Hicksville Pharmacy located in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio, and our good friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio as well. Halftime, it's the Raiders leading the Aces 33-6. Chris and I are going to take a break. We're going to bring you the halftime show on the live stream. Stay tuned, and he and I will be back, and we'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV.
our students. Here are Hicksville Varsity Football and Hard Day's Night. Is a well-known song from the band's top and final studio album, featuring singer Lizzie Moore on tuba. Here's Let It Be. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seats as the Aces Pride Marching Band presents their 2022 halftime show, Behind the Mask. Tonight, the masked marbles come out to play as the band presents the mysterious, heroic, and macabre music from a doctor's theater. We hear our performance recently at the Palais Royal in Paris. A mysterious masked man haunts the building and his angel of music. The Phantom of the Opera is there inside your mind.
Well, welcome back, everybody, as we have re-engaged our headset microphones, and we're ready to get quarter number 3 underway. If you are just joining us, we just finished up halftime. Thanks again to the Wayne Trace Raiders and the Aces Pride Marching Bands. Great halftime performances from both those groups. And as we get ready to get the third quarter underway, it's going to be the Raiders leading right now 33-6 over the Aces, who'll be kicking off to Hicksville to get the third quarter underway. Bill Murphy, Chris Warner, glad to have you here with us. It'll be another line drive, and again, it bounces off an ace. They lost one in the first half, but I think that the Aces fell on it this time. So they're going to have good field position as a result, and the Aces managed to hang on to the football after the kick, and it'll be Hicksville's ball, 1st and 10 at about the 48-yard line. And you have to forgive me if there's any strange sounds. I have about three bites left of my hot dog. How's
the hot dog doing, Bill?
It's pretty good. Had to announce for the band, so I was trying to wolf it down real fast and had about 2 or 3 bites left. Balzer out to midfield. Maybe just across the 50-yard line. Aces down by 27, which means that if there's another unanswered score by the Raiders, that'll institute the running clock. which can really make it tough for Hicksville in the second half. Balls are bad snap. Volleyballs it right up in the air. I say that because we were doing volleyball the other night. And Brody, again, is sort of stuck. There's nothing you can do when it goes straight up like that. You have to stay there to catch the ball when it comes back down. And that gives the defense enough time to zero in on you. So a loss of a yard, and fortunately only a loss of a yard and not the loss of the football for the Aces. Make it 3rd and 11. Clock continues to roll with 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Balls are working out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers out on the near side towards us, 1 on the far side. Balls are going to put it in the air. And was that a catch?
It seemed to be yes.
Yep. And that's number 18 reeling it in, Owen Stuckey. Stuckey will make it a 4th and manageable, but it still will be 4th down and about 4 yards to go. But the Aces, they're not dropping back to punt. The Aces going for it on 4th and 4. They're down by 27. They need to get some more points on the board. Balls are in trouble, and it's not going to happen this time. They're going to turn it over on downs on their side of the field as Brody is going to be dropped for a loss. And instead of turning it over at about the 45, 46-yard line, it's not going to be an Aces territory. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders at about the Hicksville 46-yard line, I think. Nope, make that the 48-yard line. So at the last minute, running out onto the field, Cole Moorhead. I was wondering where's the quarterback. Moorhead hands it off to Pierce, and Pierce is going to take a shot at about the line of scrimmage and be dropped at that point for no gain.
You take the shot, Bill? And you made it.
Yeah.
3 points, Bill Murphy.
There we go.
It's not as exciting as when Jim does it at our area at the Hicksville schools.
Well, yeah, but Seiler, when we're doing basketball, we're up on the top level.
And that's like a solid 15 feet
of the bleachers, and Jim will take the long shot, like down for the trash basket down by where the scoring table is. Good defensive play by the Aces.
Now, I'm not going to expose Jim's shooting record. Actually, 3 and 7 is what I've counted Jim Seiler with the shots.
That was Nick Wisecup taking him to the turf for a hefty loss. That's going to make it 3rd and about 15 now for the Raiders. Wisecup, what a great defensive play. He was like right there. Got him around the midsection and threw him to the turf. 8:42 and the clock rolling. Aces looking to put a stop on the Raiders here and get that football back. Rolling out, nothing there, and they're going to drop him in the backfield again. Moorhead gets taken down for another big loss, and here comes the punting unit for the Raiders. And we haven't said that very many times tonight. Wisecup was right in the mix and once again, as they drop Moorhead for a big loss, and now it's like 4th and 38.
Punting for the Wayne Trace
No, I
Raiders.
take it back, 4th and 24 on the 38-yard line.
Punting for the Wayne Trace Raiders is going to be number 5.
Yep. And that is Derek Dangler. Dangler puts, what a nice punt. Dangler's punt comes down and lands right in the middle of the field. Nobody touches it, and it'll be downed at the 35-yard line by the Raiders. So the Aces will take over It'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville on their own 35-yard line with 7 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Again, glad to have you with us. Hope you enjoyed the halftime entertainment. It's week number 5. Hard to believe, but we're halfway through the regular season of high school football at the end of the games tonight and elsewhere around the Green Meadows Conference.
I got to say, it was nice to be back at Hicksville for the homecoming assembly. All the 4 county students, we got to leave school at 1:30. So we only ended up being at school for 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
but
that's all right.
You know, I got to prep for the culinary arts management class.
Got to hang out in the HIX-TV studio.
Yeah. Felt great to be back in my home school for even an hour.
Even though they dropped you off at the wrong entrance.
Yes.
Whistle. And that's going to be another false start on the Aces. They'll back them up 5, make it 1st and 15.
You know, Bill, it's been a while since we had a train, and now there's one through.
There you go.
Now that I say that, now there's going to be like 7 in the next 10 minutes.
That's good. You're the one who jinxed it, not me. Brody Balzer working the shotgun. Balzer, hard count, nobody bites. Quarterback keeper Brody working his way through traffic. He'll get back out to about the original line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line. So Balzer will make it a 2nd and 10. Aces will get the play brought in from the sideline. And they'll line up and get ready to go once again. George Green, the back in the backfield next to Brody Balzer. Green's going to get the handoff. And not much there, maybe a couple yards. We'll see where they mark him down. It's going to only be 1 or 2 yards. It looks like, well, they're not going to give him a yard, make it 3rd and 9. So another 1-yard carry for Green, and the clock continues to roll. Aces down again 33-6 here on this Friday night. And he drops it. Ball is loose on the turf, and everybody's going for it. I think the Aces got it. And that would be the last thing the Aces need is another lost fumble tonight. They've already turned it over 3 times this evening. So the Aces retain possession, but the bad news is that with that fumble, it'll be 4th and about 12 for Hicksville on their end of the field. So
looks like they're bringing out the punting unit.
So it'll be Balzer dropping back to punt once again here tonight.
Aces are yelling for somebody. Yelling for number 64.
They're 1 man short, so.
They're yelling for somebody, anybody.
And there were only 10 guys on the field, so. Low snap and loose on the turf, and a bad kick from Balzer. Hits at the 40 and rolls back the wrong way, and the Aces are going to down it at about the 36. Oh, man, that was all kind of ugly.
Yeah. He thought about it for a moment. It's like, should I run with it? Should I not? He had a great opening if he would have ran with it.
It's just that sinking feeling you get. Just a bad snap on the punt. And
your first reaction is kick it away.
And Balzer just did what he could. He did get his foot on it, but again, just a rushed punt and not much distance. So the ball at the Aces 36-yard line, 5:18 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Raiders back on offense. Here we go. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and his legs slip out from underneath him. And Moorhead just not able to get anything going there as he basically falls forward and maybe gets a yard. They're going to say, nope, not even that. They're going to put him down at the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. So, play comes in from the sideline.
Raiders taking their time. The clock is their friend here.
Moorhead working out of the shotgun again. Cole drops back. And he's being chased. He gets away from an Aces defender, reverses his field, puts the ball in the air. I don't know if he caught it or if it's going to be, they're going to say, nope, hit the ground, incomplete.
Almost an interception there by number 5 for the Aces.
I said, credit Moorhead. He managed to get away from about 3 Aces defenders and managed to get the ball away. It's an incompletion, but at least he doesn't take the sack back deep in the backfield. So 3rd and 10 for the Raiders now. Ball stuck right there at the 36-yard line.
Clock stops with the incomplete pass.
Yeah, that'd do. Moorhead gets the snap. Drops back. This time Cole's got time to pass. Throws it downfield. Overthrows his intended receiver, number 13. Which is Antoine. And that'll be incomplete, and they'll bring up 4th down. So we'll see what the Raiders want to do here. It's 4th and 10. But they got the ball at the Aces' 36-yard line. Do they want to take another crack at it? Because even if they don't make any gain, Aces will still have it on the 36-yard line, so it's still on the Aces side of the field, about the same as you would do with a kickoff. Or do they want to punt it and see if they can pin the Aces deep?
Seems like that might be the plan they're going with.
We'll see what they're going to do here. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 10.
They brought out 2 new players.
So Moorhead in the backfield. Moorhead, quick hitter, and nothing doing there. It goes right off the hands of a Dangler, number 5.
Nearly intercepted by Aces. Number 74 went right off his hands. He nearly had it.
So again, the Raiders don't gain an inch, but they still turn it over to the Aces on their own 36-yard line. So that's about the average field position the Aces have had for a lot of their beginning possessions tonight. Matter of fact, it's been a little bit deeper after some of those squib kicks that the Raiders have done. So it'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville from the 36-yard line. 4:13 to go. Let's see what the Aces can cook up here on offense. Balzer puts a man in motion, hands off to Langham. Langham trying to turn the corner, and he's able to and pick up maybe about 3 yards out to the 40-yard line. Bring up 2nd down for the Aces. It's like 2nd and long 6 now for the Aces.
All right, Bill, let's see if I can go for a 3-pointer on this. And I made it.
He's throwing an empty pop bottle
into the trash can.
4 feet.
Hey, I've missed that shot a lot of times in the past.
And a
flag on the play.
Langham was the carrier, and as he went around to the near side towards us, one of the Wayne Trace defenders got his hands on him, and Langham reversed his field and went back the other way, and that's when the official threw the flag, and it's going to be a hold on the Aces. So a spot foul, and if it's from the spot of the flag, that's going to move the ball back to about the 31-yard line. All right, take that back to about the 27, 28-yard line. And they will put it back on the 30, so just inside the 30-yard line. A 10-yard loss for the Aces to make it 2nd now and about 16. So Balzer finding himself in a hole again on 2nd down. Gets the snap. Brody drops back, looks downfield. Nothing there. Brody wrapped up and dropped it about the 25-yard line for another loss.
3 minutes left in the quarter.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 22 yards to go. So 3rd and 21 officially. Clock rolling and nearing 2.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Again, the Raiders continuing to lead. No change in the score this quarter, 33-6 Wayne Trace. Nobody has scored in the third quarter so far. Balzer spin move, puts it in the air, caught by Langham. Langham forward to about the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. Which is going to bring up fourth and still very long for the Aces. Balzer, good snap this time, and it's blocked. A low kick, it went right into the massive players. And 57 for the Raiders comes up with the football. That's Caleb Mosier. And Mosier gets the Raiders, again, excellent field position to start off this offensive drive late in the third quarter. Minute 46 to go. Wayne Trace will take over with the ball right on the Aces' 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Moorhead working out of the shotgun. Quick strikeout caught. That's number 8. Hildebrand. Make it a 2nd and about 8. So Hildebrand gives them a very manageable 2nd down with a minute 15 to go. Clock still rolling though, so probably about a minute to go in the quarter by the time they snap the ball here. Cole Moorhead in no hurry. Puts a man in motion. Moorhead hands it off. That's number 2, Jared Pierce with the carry. And Pierce not going to get the first down. As a matter of fact, might not get any yardage at all. 3rd down for the Raiders. Balzer was the one who stopped him. And he actually lost the yard, so it's going to be 3rd and about 4 now for the Raiders. Hand off to Pierce again, and nothing doing. The Aces were ready for that one. And that'll be another tackle for another loss. As the Raiders moving backwards now, that'll bring up 4th down and about 5.
That's going to bring the end to the third quarter.
That'll bring the third quarter to a close. So we played 3. No scoring in the third quarter. So at the end of the third, it remains Wayne Trace 33 and the Hicksville Aces 6. So between quarters, we always like to say thanks to some of our diamond level underwriters. We've already said a big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and APT Manufacturing Solutions. So we also want to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Your good neighbor pharmacy with a full pharmacy to serve you and your family's needs. Also, medical equipment available, over-the-counter medications, and more. Lots of nice gifts, candles, and Ohio State, Michigan memorabilia and gifts. Stop by and see for yourself. And you can also give them a call. Again, if you'd like to find out information about getting a flu shot, a COVID booster, they can fill you in on the information on that. The number is 419-542-6218. I want to say a huge thank you to them for, again, being one of the underwriters for all of our sports coverage here on HIX-TV. Diamond level support from the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. All right, we've switched ends of the field. Here come the Raiders. Moorhead keeping it himself, cuts in. First down yardage and more. Moorhead's loose. This could be trouble. Moorhead battling down inside the 10-yard line. Cole Moorhead showing what he's made of. And we got an ace down on the field at about the between the 15 and 20-yard line. Doc Haggerty running out to see what's going on, and Coach Lucas Smith.
A number from here.
Yeah, he's on his back, so we cannot see who it is that is down. And hopefully it's nothing major, just getting his wind knocked out of him or maybe a cramp. Clock will stop with 11:52 to go here. And it will be when we resume play after that
I see
great run by Moorhead. It'll be 1st and goal for the Raiders from the 9-yard line.
I think it's number 60.
All right, well, we will make sure. That would be Jaden Castillo, if you are correct. They're going to get him up. And he's going to make
number 50. Number 50.
Number 50.
Well, I got the 0
which will be Nick Wisecup. And he's moving back off the field under his own power and no obvious limping or anything like that. So hopefully he just got his bell rung a little bit, or maybe the wind knocked out of him, or a little bit of a cramp. But he'll walk it off to the sideline. Looks like number 15 coming off the field, a little gimpy for the Aces too, Oscar Camacho.
Well, Oscar got injured earlier in the game, so.
He was coming off the field looking a little gimpy too, so Aces maybe hopefully not getting too banged up here tonight. 1st and goal for the Raiders at the Aces 9-yard line. Score here would institute the running clock. Moorhead working his way through traffic, finds a seam. Moorhead powers down near the 5. He'll keep it on the ground, stay in bounds. That clock will continue to roll. Ball placed at the 6-yard line where it'll be 2nd and goal.
There was a senior cheerleader forgetting who they were for a moment. They were singing the sophomore chant, and they looked like, wait, hang on a moment. I'm not a sophomore.
Moorhead, and that's going to be a false start, I do believe.
Number 12 for the Rain Trace, not liking that. He clapped his hands a little bit.
Yep, false start on the Raiders, so that play blown dead. So it doesn't matter where the ball ended up on that one. They'll back him up 5, and it'll be 2nd and goal now from the 11-yard line.
As soon as that whistle was blew, he knew immediately that it was going to be that play.
Yep. The other players might not have known it, but
the quarterback definitely knew.
Moorhead did. So they'll move it back to the 11-yard line where it'll be 2nd and goal now for the Raiders. And they'll bring out 3 fresh sets of legs. Number 11, number 34. Number 11 is Price. 34 is Lakoff. Hit, caught. That's number 5, working his way through traffic. And not much past the 10-yard line. Catch was made by Dangler, but he wasn't able to turn upfield, and they'll bring him down just inside the 10-yard line to make it 3rd and goal from about the 9. Green was the one who was in there for the stop for the Aces. George contributing both offensively and defensively tonight, as he always does.
Yes, very well. Raiders using the clock to their advantage.
Mm-hmm. Stoller, number 3, brings in the play from the sideline. Raiders will break huddle. And they'll kind of hurry up here because they used a lot of the play clock. Moorhead hangs on to it himself. Moorhead powering straight ahead. And we'll see how far he got before they brought him down. I don't think he made it to the 5-yard line, maybe to the 6 or 7. So it'll be 4th and goal now for the Raiders. It looks from the 7-yard line of the Aces.
And the announcer agrees.
So one more crack at it for Cole Moorhead and company. So here come the Raiders. They'll get the play in from the sideline and go straight up to the line of scrimmage. Moorhead all alone in the backfield. Gets the snap. Moorhead drops back. Hangs on to it himself. This could be trouble. Moorhead going to tuck it under and dive towards the end zone. He is in for the touchdown. Moorhead was looking to throw it, thought he had a man open, but that closed off, and then he tucked it under and ran, hesitated a little bit, thought about throwing it, but realized he was past the line of scrimmage. So he tucked it under and lowered his shoulders and burrowed straight ahead and pops it into the end zone for the score. And with that, the Raiders go up over the Aces now by 33 points, 39-6 with the PAT pending. Again, their kicker is number 23. That's Ezra Sin, and Sin splits the uprights, and it's a 34-point lead now for the Raiders, 40-6, and that may well institute the running clock for the remainder of this game in the fourth quarter. And that will make it even tougher on the Aces to get back into this football game. They'll get ready to get the ball back with 8:22 left in regulation. Again, we made mention of it in the first half, but we are trying out some new software and some new equipment tonight, sort of a test run to see how it looks. So if you've been watching the game, if you do notice any differences between the previous live streams that we've done here for the varsity football games on the HIX-TV YouTube channel, if you want to, you could send a quick comment to Christopher.
Or email me as well. My email is listed on all social medias of Hicksville Community Television.
We'd like to get a little feedback to help us assess whether this is something worth pursuing or not.
Whether that be audio, video, just let us know anything. How's it doing?
Yeah.
We appreciate all types of feedback.
Yep, like I said, we'd like to see what you all think. Nice kick from the Raiders. It'll come down at about the 25-yard line. Fielded by the Aces. Run back out to about the 30
Number
by
8
Langham.
for the Aces.
Brant Langham will get it out to the 30. Not a long return, but the Aces will set up shop. 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line with 7:50 and the clock rolling. Again, continuous clock has been instituted. So now the clock will only stop if there's a change of possession, a timeout called, somebody scores, or I think for an official timeout for an injury or something like that. That's about it. There's not many other exceptions to the rule. With the running clock, having a penalty called can really be a killer because they keep the clock rolling while they assess the penalty and everything. So Aces on their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Balzer, high snap. Gets it under control. Brody tucks it under and tries to move forward, and he'll be brought up about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Aces. And a timeout called by the Raiders. So one of the few ways that you can stop the clock is to call a timeout.
Yes,
and the Raiders do just that.
That can stop the clock as well.
So with 6 minutes and 53 seconds, the Raiders, and maybe they just want to switch around personnel, maybe bring in some of their younger players to finish out this game. We'll see what happens. We'll take the time to say a big thank you to ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. Our platinum level underwriter, ARC Solutions, has stepped in. They really help us out. They underwrite all of our HIX-TV operations, all of our programming, all of the things that we do.
As well as all the social media things I do as well.
And all of the platforms and all levels of whatever. So we cannot thank them enough, Denny Veteran Company. They're located in Hicksville's Industrial Park on Industrial Drive. You can find out about the many great solutions they have for business and industry by checking them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. You'll see them prominently featured on the HIX-TV Facebook page and more. Our good friends, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, our platinum level underwriter for Hicksville Community Television. Balzer gets the snap. Quick handoff. Ball carried by number 22, Camden Walter.
That's not Bozer, it's the quarterback, actually. It's number 34 for the Aces.
Oh,
That's quarterback now.
They brought in their backup quarterback to give him some snaps. That's Cross Zedike. I apologize for not noticing that right away. So Zedike, the quarterback, to finish out the game here tonight. We're going to probably have to double-check our numbers because it looks like a lot of the younger players are going to get some playing time here to close this one out tonight. And might be the same case for the Raiders as well. Zedike puts the ball in the air. He's got a man open, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, no, he dropped it. So Zedike can breathe a sigh of relief as you don't come much closer to that, getting a pass intercepted than right there. That was Caden Landwehr, who had his hands on the football, just couldn't drag it in, and it hit the turf, so not a turnover.
You also have number 22 for the Aces taking over for George Green.
As we mentioned, that's Camden Walter. And Green's going to come back out onto the, and Balzer's going to be out there now too to punt the football away. Brody, a high snap again. He'll get the leg into it. Ball will roll down, and the Aces are going to down at about the 20-yard line. The deep man, number 13 for the Raiders. That was Tucker Antoine. But he'll just let it roll, and the Raiders will get ready to set up shop, and we'll see if we've got any new faces and new numbers on the Raiders side of the ball here to close out quarter number 4. As again, it looks like the Aces are going to go to 0-5 here tonight, trailing 40-6 with just a hair over 5 minutes to go in the contest. Looks like Jack Schonauer, number 24, in to take over as QB for the Raiders. Schonauer gets the snap. Hands off. Still on his feet. That's number 21. And that is Amos Sin. Sin across the 30-yard line to about the 32. They're going to actually put him at the 33-yard line, so give Sin another yard. And again, that's Amos Sin. We've mentioned Ezra Sin, who's been the place kicker, kicking the extra points here tonight. So Schonauer, number 24, in for quarterback for the Raiders. High snap, quick handoff, and he'll get swarmed under and maybe lose a yard. Ball carried by number 36. That's Trenton Thomas. So Thomas will lose him a yard to make it 2nd and 11. And again, the continuous clock grinding along with 3 minutes, 40 seconds and counting. So the Raiders with a 2nd and 11. As some of the Aces faithful start to slowly make their way towards the exits here tonight. Not many, but a few. Toss out, caught. Misses, the tackle is missed and evades another defender and out to about the 36-yard line rather. Again, that's number 21, Sin, Amos Sin. So Sin will get it out to about the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Raiders. Jake Schonauer dropping back to throw, rolling out. Quick dump pass caught. Spin move and not much there. Ball caught by number 32. That's Lance Whitman. And Whitman will get back to about the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th and long. And it looks like the Raiders are going to be content to punt it away. Again, this clock will roll all the way through until the end of this play. Dropping back for the Aces, number 21,
And number
Braden
26.
Dix is the deep man. Long snap. Punt's blocked. Blocked. Picked up by number 62, and he'll be brought down deep in. So the Aces will have some good field position.
Number 66 for the Aces had him by the jersey.
Yeah. That was Nate Osborne, number 62, picking up the blocked kick for the Raiders. And you say 62, Zach Schooley?
No, number 66.
66, Baron Graber. Bringing him down for the Aces and giving Hicksville some good field position here. And again, they'll stop the clock as they change possession and move the down markers down to the end of the field. It'll be first and 10.
Aces looking, they need somebody out
for
there.
the Aces.
They're one short again, asking
Yep.
for anybody. So number 74 for the Aces is going to be coming out.
It'll be first and 10 for the Aces at about the 18-yard line.
Quarterback keeper.
So, cross Zedike. Get the ball. Pickup of about 6. It'll be second and about 4. Zedike, another snap. Hang on to it again. Cross working his way through traffic. Nothing doing this time as about half of the Raiders' defense will pile on him and stop him cold.
Let's see if we can get another play in.
Down to 45 seconds. And it'll be third down and about 4 for the Aces. Zedike. Ball snapped with 30 seconds to go. Zedike puts the ball in the air, through the hands of his intended receiver and incomplete.
Number 23 for the Aces and number 24 for the Raiders.
Braden Dix, number 21, had the ball go through his hands. Incomplete. So fourth down for the Aces with under 10, 7, 6. They'll get it away. Zedike looking downfield. Time has expired, and that'll be the ball game. Zedike throws it with all zeros on the scoreboard, and it's incomplete. And the Raiders come to Hicksville and walk away winners tonight. Your final score, 40-6 here at Aces Field. Well, it started off as a close and exciting game with a 7-6 score early on. But after that, it became all Raiders as they pulled ahead and managed to institute the running clock early in the fourth quarter. And when all is said and done, it's another one in the loss column for the Aces tonight. They're 0-5 now overall on the season and 0-2 in the Green Meadows Conference after tonight's loss, 40-6. Hey, Chris and I want to say a big thank you again to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible from Aces Field tonight. They include our platinum level underwriting supporter, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. Online at www.arcsolinc.com. I want to thank them so very much. Thanks also to our diamond level supporters underwriting all of our Aces sports action. They include the Hicksville Pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. And the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks to all of them for helping us make it possible to be here to bring you Aces sports action. We also want to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Misters Haught and Overmeyer, for giving us our terrific space up here in the press box and allowing us to bring you the action live here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the live stream coverage here this evening. And thanks for all of you who have commented on the feed tonight. Again, we're trying out some new stuff, and we are asking if you have any input, good or bad, to let us know if you've noticed anything appreciably different, or even if you don't notice any real difference from previous, just let us know. Again, we're going to be assessing, and who knows, might be doing some changing. We'll wait and see. We've got some other things we're going to be looking at, too, as well, as we continue our efforts to improve the quality of our live streaming and our broadcasting overall at Hicksville Community Television. And Chris has already said he likes it a lot better, so if we decide to go with it.
It's a lot more responsibility, but I'm perfectly fine with that as long as it gives better coverage to those watching.
That's true, and you can pay for it. Boy, you should see the look on his face, right? What? So anyway, again, thanks to those of you who have provided feedback already. And again, if you'd like to let us know what you think, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact Chris. You can message him, get a hold of him through the Facebook page.
Or through email. It's Chris Warner, HIX-TV@gmail.com.
Yep. So with that, we're going to get ready to wrap things up here this evening. I do want to let you know our next live stream is going to be coming up tomorrow. And we're planning on doing that on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. Tomorrow is Hoptoberfest in Hicksville. We've got the 0.8 mile fun walk that we're going to be doing, and we're going to hope to be live streaming from the fun walk. And we'll tell you more about all the events and the fun going on for Hoptoberfest for a busy Saturday in Hicksville. We'll do that tomorrow starting at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And aside from that, our next sports broadcast will be coming up, I believe, with girls volleyball action. That's going to be happening on Monday of next week. It's going to be a busy Monday with both the village council meeting, the school board meeting, and the girls volleyball teams hosting Stryker. So we'll have that coming your way. And we may be doing the girls volleyball on the YouTube channel because we may be doing the village council. I don't know. We'll figure things out. We'll let you know. Chris will be posting on the Facebook page where you can find what event to watch live. And so with that, until we talk to you tomorrow, once again, final score tonight here at Aces Field. It's the visiting Wayne Trace Raiders knocking off the Hicksville Aces 40-6, the final score. And for Chris Warner, operating the camera and also overseeing the OBS software on the laptop tonight, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good night and good sports.